Hello, everybody. It is me, Janine. Christian will be here shortly. Happy Friday. It is, it's July 31st. Sorry about that. Turn my headphones up a little bit. But it is July 31st, which means, gosh, we're more than halfway through this year already. I don't know where it's all went, but whatever. I'm not going to complain about it. What good does that kind of stuff do anyway? Anyways, of course, last week I rather dropped, so that of course is available on all of the streaming platforms. So if you have not checked it out, please do so. Um, let's see. So going into August, we have some things that we've been working on, or Christian's been working on. Really, I've been watching. I don't know. I don't know if that doesn't really count. I'm not doing anything but watching. I'm supervising. There we go. That's what I'm doing. I'm supervising. So, but got, he's working on some stuff there. He's been working continuously on new things that will be coming soon as well. Let's see. What else? So, we all passed our belt testing for Taekwondo. Whoops. Sorry. So we all are now have gone up another belt. He is halfway, right?
Yeah,
A little over halfway?
yeah, I'm at blue.
A little over halfway
And there's
to
a
black belt. He's got,
blue belt with a red stripe.
so he's a blue belt. So red stripe after that,
And there's red belt.
red belt after that,
And you get
black
black
stripe,
stripe.
and then deputy black belt,
Double
right?
Black stripe, yeah.
So he's almost there.
Double black
He's closer to me. He's farther than me. So
I started first.
to be fair, you did start first, but you should be further than me anyway.
I've been at this martial arts game off and on since I was like 8, 9.
Yeah, he's also better at it
I
than me.
never finished.
He's-
I just
He's further
kept
than
going.
me, and he's definitely better at it than me. I'm not terrible though. I am not what you automatically assume, a grown-up who didn't do martial arts in the younger years. I'm actually not bad. I don't suck.
This is true. She does not
So,
suck.
no. I actually do pretty good. Pretty good. So, anyways, I can certainly break boards with the best of them. Hey, so, whatever. Kick it, punch it, whatever. So, but anyway, I was just saying that we've been kind of going into August with, continuously working. There's some things that we've been working on, or, well, I said you've been working on. I'm more like supervising. But anyways, I'm doing something, sure. And you've been, of course, continuously working on new stuff that'll be coming later on this year, end of the year, beginning of next year, something like that. Anyway, but
Well, yeah, like, so the idea is there's going to be, well, okay, so there's a big one that I'm working on that may end up being a double record.
yeah,
Not
Yeah.
sure. But it'll either come out the tail end of 2027 or 2028.
right.
But I've got 2 other albums that will come out. Some of it, we're doing a single this year. We'll do a single or 2 this year from it,
Mhm.
and then into 2027, early part, I guess the rest of the album. I still
Right.
got to go over all this stuff with her and the team and stuff like that. But and
We have some
then
things.
part way through that, I'll drop another one and stuff because it's like I've hit a point where it's like, okay, I can keep tweaking on stuff, but it's like I want to get the stuff out because I'm getting too many new ideas, and so it's like, yeah, gotta stay on top of stuff, but
Right.
I have a belief: real artists ship, and if I'm not shipping stuff, I'm not a real artist. So I got to get some new stuff, more stuff shipped, which we are putting. The revisited stuff was a project that I had my misgivings about in the first place, but the songs are like children to me, and I
Yeah.
gotta turn some fans off.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to do that.
You can get that one there, but like, so they're like children to me, and like, you want to send your kids out with the best
That's
stuff. with their best stuff. You know, you want them to be able to do their best, be their best.
Yes.
And so you don't want to, your kids going to play soccer. You don't want to get them the, busted up used cleats and, old shin guards that have been
Right.
beaten. You want them to have the best stuff. So that was kind of the same thing with the tracks. It's like, I didn't have the best stuff I didn't have the best stuff to finish it when I wrote the songs and stuff like that. And so it's like, then I get gear and, I buy some stuff and was like, this would sound really good if I could go back and do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I did. And, I'm like, yeah, and I'm reading all the stuff like, oh, it's not good for your career to do this. I'm like, well, my career was in production at first and stuff. And it would, I
I'll be
got
right back.
sick of that.
I need to step away a moment. I shall be back.
To be honest, but I didn't decide. It's like a lot of long soul searching talks with my wife here, and she's like, well, we got to, you don't love doing this anymore, but you love making music. You love being in the studio, and so it's like maybe it's time for you to go for your own, go for your own music. Go all in on it, so to speak. So I was like, and I thought about it, and then I was like, you know what? I haven't taken this seriously. I've made the stuff, and like for me, the artist to me, part of the achievement, the biggest part of the achievement is making the stuff. So actually being able to press play, hit a button, press play, and actually listen to what was in my head out, and then when your kids like it and stuff like that, you're like, okay. Everybody keeps telling me this is cool, do this, you should do this. And so I'm like, okay, let's give it a whirl. So here we are. And I don't quit things. I don't give up. I might put something on the shelf or wait. I'm weirdly patient but impatient at the same time. It's like I'm willing to the patience extends for children, women, and creating songs. And it's like I can be really patient. And once I get the song done, then that's where the impatient part of me comes in, where it's like I just want to do it. Or like playing live, like let's hurry up and get it together. Let's get it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. So that's kind of how that the contradict. It's the way I'm a contradiction, but it works because it's like I don't have a song that I don't like. Actually, that's not true. There's one song that's like, and it's not even the song. The musically, the sonics, I like all of that stuff. I like all the parts. I like how it's put together. I don't like what the words are about. Like what the words are about, like it's like the most meaningless song that I wrote. Like I literally tried a Bowie trick where I was just taking lines. I cut lines out of from notebooks and stuff that I've written and was just like pieced them together, and it's like that sounds good together. They literally mean nothing, so it kind of ends up sounding like a Bush song. So that's the one song that it's like I don't, and it's not out at the moment. Like the back catalog is coming back soon. I wanted to get more of the revisited stuff out and stuff, and so after this next EP and one more revisited EP, and we may even do it in between. We may even drop a new single in between for the new album, but it may work out afterwards. But like, we're definitely getting to these two, and then at that point, I'll have enough of the old catalog revisited that I'll feel good about putting the rest of it out, and then I'll putting the rest of the old catalog back, and then sometime in 2027, 2028, we'll pick back up we'll finish off the revisited stuff, because everything that was released before didn't need to be revisited, just most of it.
Right.
A big chunk of it. Like, big chunk of those songs.
They were already.
About, what?
They were already where you wanted them to be.
40 songs?
Oh.
No, 40 of the songs were the ones that I needed. Like, the catalog itself is like 111 songs.
Yeah.
Out of those,
Kinda
40 of them
ridiculous.
were like, I could have did so much better if I would have had this, or if this would have been, like, it was the level of, like, if I would have, and I knew this going in, I knew this going in, that it's like what I was trying to do was a little bit more ambitious. It was overly ambitious for what it was that with the gear that I had. Like it's like it was everything was a reach, everything was a stretch and stuff. It's like the amount of guitar layers, and I still ended up having to cut stuff.
Yep.
Yep. And so it's like now it's like I don't have to cut anything. I can do whatever I want, and this is from the ground up. And that's the other thing that's been really strange. It's like everything sounds so much better going in before you really get into digging into the mixes or doing anything and stuff to it. And then you've got all this extra stuff you can do. It's like I'm really excited about the future and beyond. I wish I'd had this gear before, back in 2016, but like those 40 songs were part of a batch that like I said, okay, I'm going to write 20 songs. I'm going to spend this month and I'm going to write 20 songs and come up with an album. And then I was reading some stuff about some of my favorite bands and how they would make albums, and they would do like 30 or 40 songs, and then we'd do. So I was like, I'll do that.
Of course.
And then 3 weeks later, I had 88 songs. And I was like, okay, let's figure out. There's another album called Eon that's sitting that I've got that put it out, but like there's stuff I want to do with it that even now with the amount of gear that I have, like the one thing I need to do is it's going to require double bass pedal drums.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And I don't have a double bass pedal.
Yeah.
And I have very limited experience with double bass pedal. So I'm focusing on some other things right now, things that don't require a double bass pedal.
Right,
right. So I'm doing that right now, but like over the next few weeks, I'll be procuring a double bass pedal. And
yes,
I'm gonna block out, but I want to have this next album and the next batch of stuff kind of closer to done and ready to go before I
start messing with it.
Because it's like I'm basically, for me, the way that I like to gain new skills, new abilities and stuff is I would shed the fuck out of whatever it is.
Yeah.
So I've got a playlist together already that has all the double bass songs that I want to play, and like licks, hits, like different grooves and stuff like that, where it's like, okay, I want to practice these because there's pieces of that'll help me get it. And I pick really hard stuff. Like I learned how to play drums from I didn't start with the Beatles. I didn't start with anything that like I'll look at things like, starting out on drums, what should you play and stuff like that. Because I've got my youngest son, he's playing drums now. I'm looking like, what are the basics to start with? And it's like, I don't really know because I just started with Jimmy Chamberlain stuff and Josh Freese stuff. So it was like, okay, I'm doing bad. Like, which I've heard Jimmy Chamberlain say, like, he's doing a bad Elvin Jones impersonation, because it's like you never feel like you can beat your heroes at stuff except for
anyway.
That's at drumming. That's at drumming and some guitar. See, and not even like with guitar playing, because it's like if there's some guitar player doing something that I don't know how to do or can't do, it's like it might be because I don't want to. And that's a bigger thing with guitar for me. It's like, I just don't want to do that. So it's like I don't play like that, and like I'll see, look, I can play this shreddy. So it's like, okay, now use that in a song, and like have me remember it, because it's like for all the shreddy stuff in the world that people want to do and stuff, and they could be inspired by, Tosin Abasi or Van Halen. That was the thing back in the day. Like a bunch of, it's like most of Eddie, like with the exception of like something like Eruption, another one's like really that crazy. Like the solos and stuff like that, they're singable. Like you can remember them. Like
tasteful.
The parts, they're memorable. And so it's not just look at how fast I can go. It's not the Yngwie Malmsteen thing where it's like
Ingve, Uli.
Okay, this will put me to
Yeah.
sleep if I just listen to it. Now, some of the licks I like this. I'm not a hypocrite. I have some of these records. I have some of these things in my playlist and stuff like that. John 5 is probably my favorite
But
shreddy guitar, crazy guitar guy. But like John 5 plays all kinds of shit and stuff.
Yeah.
Like the behind the nut stuff that he does is like
insane.
really cool. Like
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that. And see, it's like I could learn it, but I don't have.
No
There's
reason.
not a song in my head that's telling me I need something from that to do that. So that's kind of the weird. Like it's like I'm kind of like a musical succubus. Like I will just take the stuff. I'm taking the essence of
my
something I need from
God.
something. And it makes it really hard to like listen to music that like I just want to listen to. Like I was we talking about this the other night. Like I don't know if I even like listening to other bands or anything like that. If I'm just listening to it because I'm looking for a lick, a part. I mean, it could be the way that a bend happens that I'm like, ooh, I need to absorb that. I need that in my life. And so that's kind of how that works.
Yeah.
For me, anyway. It may not work that way for everybody, but it does for me. And I'm just one of those people that's how I operate. I can't help it.
Yeah, you just work the way that you work. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of how it is.
It's not, might not be for everybody, but it literally works for me in a way that, and I don't need to actually see that. Anyway, yeah, I'm trying to I'm trying to be a better Twitter. Yes, Twitter, because I'm not calling it X.
X. Yeah.
Okay, like
I know.
and like it's
I'm-
personal with that because it's like X is my nickname moniker.
Right.
Because, you see Xmas instead of Christmas, Xgen instead of Christian. So I go, I'll sign
Actually-
emails with X a lot of times and stuff.
A
and
friend,
so
my
it's
little
like-
girl didn't she's not a little girl anymore now. She's grown. Didn't she call you Christmas?
Yes.
Yes. When she was little. To be fair, she couldn't say my name either, and she called me Gigi. So she still calls me Gigi, and she's like 20
Yeah, like,
now.
I've been.
She was like 2. So
Oh yeah, one of the Taekwondo instructors finally figured out how to say my name.
yeah.
In class he was.
Oh
me
yeah,
Christina.
that's right. That's right.
And like he
Yeah.
got Christian the other day. I was like, holy yes. I
yeah.
love him to death though, so I just didn't correct him. I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'll be Christina.
I I laugh because some of them
That's me.
I wonder who actually knows my name in there, but my name is different. So, but like I notice that all of them will hesitate a second before they say my name. Like they have to think a second. Like, wait. Notice they all like they most of them hesitate, but they do remember it. They because I'm not wearing, if I don't wear my white uniform where it's actually on my uniform, they can't see it. So I'm like, my bad. I'm putting you to the test. Can you figure it out? What's my name?
Yeah.
Say my name.
But yeah, so it's, I'll sit there for probably longer than I should and listen to something before I attempt to play it. But
Yeah.
I'm going to,
Yeah.
but like back to, but how that tracks with drum. So it's like I've got pretty well in my brain. Okay, I'm gonna spend this amount of hours just drilling the crap out of the stuff. So it's like that's how I'm going to get my double bass playing up to where I need to. So basically, the goal is take the next few weeks to finish, refine
Do the
stuff
thing.
that's already there.
Yep.
I made a post about this on Twitter the other day that was like, when I'm programming drums, I'm thinking about all the ways I want to play the drums and thinking of things that would be better if I played it.
Yeah.
And then when I'm playing drums, all I can think about is,
I gotta program this.
or how do I play something to make it sound like it's a drum machine? And it's like I don't know,
good
like
grief.
it's this weird thing that happens. But
At least you're not playing drums thinking about what you can play on guitar. Or are you?
no, I never do that.
Okay.
Well, I mean, like if I've got it's not that I'm not. I already have a guitar part in mind.
Yeah. When you're
I'm
picking up.
thinking that, so
beat.
it's like when I'm working on a beat for something or a riff, like I got.
I
this,
get it. That makes sense.
Like this one thing I was doing. I was like. there's a like you know what, maybe the next talking stream, like I'll show some of this because it's
Okay.
some of this stuff is pretty developed and stuff. But like I had this basically this lick, and then there's a rhythm part to it too, and I'm sitting there thinking like I want the fucking drums to go boom 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 boom.
Oh, so you okay?
So it's like I'll have the like it'll be a riff that I've messed with or really like up here, and then when I go downstairs where my drums are,
Yeah.
I'm basically playing with that in my head. Now sometimes I'll actually take the track with me and
Oh yeah.
you
I
know
get
make
you.
a mix and throw that in and stuff through the aux thing and stuff like. And a lot of times, like I hate that there's no headphone jacks on the iPhones anymore,
Oh,
but
God.
like
I know.
you know, I still keep my 6 Plus around because it has a headphone jack.
Yeah, it
And
does.
I can.
God,
It still supports AirDrop, and so I can
Yeah?
just AirDrop a track to it,
Oh, that
hook
makes
that
sense.
up,
I didn't know.
plug into the aux section because I have an electronic drum set. I have the Lisa Strike Pro 2 or SE or whatever.
Yeah,
anyway,
something.
I've got that, and so it's got the module for it. It's got an
good
aux
module.
input and everything. And so, like, I'll just aux jack into that, put on headphones,
And you're golden.
and then I can go over it as many times as I want to. And then that drum set is set up and hooked up to a 27-inch iMac for just recording drum tracks. Like, there's I use a Focusrite Sapphire Pro 40 Firewire thing. I've got that set up, and so it's an 8-channel interface. There's more ways to get more input that, but I only use the 8 analog inputs. So I'm using and the way that module is, there's an output for your toms, there's an output for your kick, an output for your snare, output for the hi-hat, the cymbal. So you got 8 tracks, so it separates it into 8 tracks. So when I'm recording drums for this now, I don't have to mic any drums at all.
Nope. Thank God.
Which
That's annoying.
another thing too that's probably going to happen is I'm probably going to have to start miking a hi-hat
Ugh,
because I love electronic drums.
I
The
know, but
one
hi-hats
thing that is not
conducive to your playing.
there's just stuff I know how to do with the hi-hats from
That
acoustic drums that I
you
can't
need a
quite
real
do with
hi-hat,
this but there's certain
makes
things
sense.
that, like, you know, it's like when I'm playing a lot of Pumpkinsy stuff or that Jimmy Chamberlain way, where basically a big trick I figured out with Jimmy Chamberlain is like his hi-hat keeps going even when you wouldn't keep it going normally. Like it's like he keeps, so it's like if you take I Am One, like chicka 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 chicka.
I see what you're saying.
You keep that left leg going and strong. So it's good for stuff like that. It's fine for stuff like that.
Right,
It's like
but
when you're wanting to play different sections of it, and there's this like slightly open, it's barely open,
I
and
know
you get
what
that
you're
kind of like.
that. I know what you're talking about. That you can't do it on there because it's just not. It's not metal, and it's not. It doesn't catch the same way as it does on the real hi-hat. It's kind of like I know exactly what you're saying. I'm thinking of sounds that I know you can't do on those hi-hats because they're not acoustic, because they're not metal, they're not. It doesn't hit the same way. You can't make that effect because that effect partly happens because they're acoustic. It's metal.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
you're actually hitting it with the stick. So there's that thing, but other than that, like, no, I love it. Don't get me wrong, dude. I love playing a really good acoustic kit, but they're so loud,
Yeah.
and you gotta really worry about. Like, at that point, your room dynamics and how your room's treated and stuff like that really makes a difference.
Did you see on the new Strike Pros, the module?
Yeah, I don't like the module.
There's no individual recording. There's no individual. You can't record individual tracks on it. The module no longer has all of those. When you look at it now, it's not. They're not all there.
And honestly, I'll say this: for some stuff, devil's advocate, for some stuff, they're kind of mixed. It's not really necessary, but it's like if you want to do the stuff that I'm doing, so it's like, I might program some basic drums or have some loop or some sample or something going, and like I'm playing a drum part to it and stuff, but it's like I don't necessarily need the toms. And while I'm jamming and recording it, I'm using the toms and stuff, but it's like when I actually get to the mix, I actually just cut that out and I'm just using the kick and the snare and then whatever the other stuff is doing.
Right.
Everybody's doing that. You know, and so it's like if you're just, you know, like if I was just a session drummer and I'm just playing drum tracks for somebody or some shit like
Well,
that.
sure, then you don't. It doesn't matter.
Maybe.
Right.
You know, I still, you know, it's like
You
I'd
probably
still want to use the other thing. But no, then in a way though, you know, it's like you're giving more value to your service as a studio musician because it's like at that point maybe they only like the kick drum.
Right.
You know,
yeah,
or
exactly.
Maybe they want to do a remix.
Yeah.
You know, this
Yep.
makes
So
having individual
you can
stems
stem
of
'em
the
all
drum
down,
track.
yeah.
Is I would like that. You know,
Yeah,
like that
I
would be something cool to me.
It's been a while, but I was in Guitar Center and I looked at their module on that. They had the newest one set up, and there's no.
Yeah, I checked that.
I was
but
like,
and I mean, you could rebuild and you can reuse kick drums. You could rebuild a different beat with just the kick or something. You know, or it's like a mix.
It does give you a lot of versatility to be able to do, like, you could literally play a whole thing and then decide, oh, take out this, and then put it somewhere else in something completely different. It does. It definitely allows you to. Or, you know, okay, I'm not going to say that because I know there's some bands who their drummer pretty much sounds the same in almost every song. And so they don't, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. Most of the drums in the songs sound almost the same. And so, you know, they're like, wait, what song is this we playing?
Yeah.
So.
I'm telling you, when you hear the rest of the thing and it not out of context.
That sounded pretty cool.
It's a neat riff.
It sounded cool.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with like I can't play guitar. I tried. Let's look. I suck at it. I can do it. Let me. I'm lying because I can do it. I suck, but I can do it. I can play, you know, blues and stuff or whatever. But bass is where I live. But like I'm completely obsessed with guitar, and I mean I could sit and watch this man play for hours. I used to be able to sit and watch him play for hours, and I mean I have I have thousands of pictures and videos that I took, you know, years ago, just because I was sitting there watching him.
She did watch a lot.
I'm
I think
obsessed.
she'd just be able to play after how much she's
You
watched.
know,
Yeah.
really, like you think, and I watch his hands even, like, nope. What's going on here? I like it. I think it sounds cool.
There's a lot of stuff I've been doing lately is the riffs sound cool by themselves, but like what they're actually doing in the song is different than what you'd expect.
Oh, I
Like
like
the
that.
drums won't match what you think is gonna happen.
Yeah.
With that. The bass, the lead licks and stuff like that. Because it's like I'm not able to play. Like there was a lot. Like I used to be into this thing trying to play the lead part and the rhythm part at the same time. It's like I've kind of gotten over that because it's like once you make. It kind of limits you to where you're playing,
Right.
but like
That
I
makes
just
sense.
decided I was like, yeah, you know, I got this studio with phenomenal cosmic power. And so I'm like,
Itty
you
bitty
know,
living space.
I'm going to do as much. So it's like, and you know, like the last batch in 2016 and stuff, I did kind of think about like when I was making it, like, okay, one of the reasons the process changed was how can I make this in a way that's going to work live? Like,
Right.
So that we can play the thing live. right now, it's not that I don't care about how we play it live. It's just that's not a concern for the new stuff.
Right.
It's one of the reasons why the new stuff is taking longer, because it's like
There's more
I'm
elements
not
to it.
stopping adding things, and if I
Yeah.
think it's a good idea,
It's going
if
in.
I think
Yeah.
it might be a good idea,
It's going in.
I'm recording it. And
We're
I'm
trying it.
tracking it
Yeah.
and mixing
No, I
it,
get it.
and you know, it's like there's stuff where I'm like, okay, this would have been done.
So a lot of this is a lot of these riffs are these things that you hear the song and then you're like, it's this riff, and you're like, oh.
And then
Yeah,
the vocals
because it's
too.
not gonna go the same way you expect. It's like, oh, I didn't see that coming. Not
And
what I expected.
the vocals are on another thing that I'm taking a lot of, new.
Yeah.
I'm trying a lot of new stuff, a lot of chances and stuff. I'm making, tweaking the harmonies and stuff, and it's like I've got, it's especially with backing vocals and stuff. There's been a lot of
I love when you do the
a lot more
harmonies.
focus on those. Well, you're gonna have plenty of them in this newer stuff.
Yeah, I love
Um,
it. But in like, I've been there where I've listened to you like make them, and like my brain just can't put them together. But then when you play them all together, I'm like, oh. But I've also had here, let me show you what I did today because I wasn't there for it, and I'm like, dude, I love this. Like, it's so good. Your harmonies are really, really good.
It
Like,
kind of feels silly sometimes doing some of them.
well, I mean, but like they always are really good. Like all of your harmonies, they blend well, they match well, and like some people don't have that range. Like some people need the backup singers to sing their backup harmonies. Like you can just, if you had 10 of you, like it, it wouldn't need anybody else. You wouldn't need anybody else because you could have, your backing. It's just one of those things. Like I love doing your backing vocals when we do live. Don't get me wrong, I do. Keeps me off being focused, But but your harmonies, it's I don't know how to explain it. It's just really good. It's really, really good.
And it's not lost on me that it's been a little bit longer than I liked it to. Like it's been a little longer with this newer stuff coming up with it than I would
Yeah.
have normally done or
Worth
liked
it
to.
though.
Yes, I mean I hope so when it's done.
That's what
the
I
only
feel like.
judge.
Worth it.
But part of it is like I've spin up. Like I tend to do this, and I'm trying to be better about. One of the good things about Taekwondo, any martial art really is like it's helps you refocus.
Yeah.
With my
Oh, yeah.
ADHD ass, that is a thing. But like, it's made me refocus on. Okay, I want to finish this. I want to do this because it's like I spin up a bunch of stuff at the same time. In amongst all the new stuff and stuff like that, I've also been working on new live versions of songs and stuff where it's like, okay, I'm just going to play all these live parts, live drums and stuff like that. And I've recorded a lot of stuff for it. I just haven't put those mixes together to be able to do that because I'm also like trying to put together an actual live band. So
Right.
those tracks aren't actually necessary for most of our live shows unless someone wants me to come play a show and I can't get a band together and stuff.
Yeah.
I can just go with my laptop and my gear and do it myself, blah, blah, blah. There's some
Do the thing.
different versions of stuff that, there's that thing for live stuff. Then there's the thing that we've got where it's like pretty soon, like we're going to have Janine actually like change so that it's like the live mixes will be different. Like instead right now it's like she's got tracks that I've been able to prepare, and like it's kind of like, so the songs are on rails.
Yeah.
You played a game on rails before. It's like you don't move around, the camera moves for you, like those shooter games like House of the Dead 2. It's like
Oh,
you're
yeah,
shooting and then
yeah.
you go to, it moves you to the next section where you shoot.
Yep.
That kind of thing. This is going to be where it's like she's got the actual Logic file, an actual Logic file that
Right.
stem mixes of the stuff. So she'll be like, so if we want to extend a song, keep something going, keep a section going,
Right.
it'll be easier to do that and stuff. But we're trying to get the stream and everything else tightened up too. That's another thing too. It's like I'm working on, excuse me, working on an intro thing to that. Excuse me.
Good.
Also, yeah, getting and where we can getting better at like showing video or links and stuff like that, and like working that all out and that kind of stuff. And you saw like we were going through this thing. Like I didn't realize it's like we kind of took. This is another reason why it's like once I get the studio or my gear dialed in, I don't want to add any new gear. I'm like, I'll look at you like you just grew another head or something if you try to bring a new piece of gear in when I've got everything dialed in. It's like, yeah, no, don't
No,
want
I'm
to do it
sorry.
because it's like
Yeah.
everything's working.
Leave
It's
it
working.
alone.
We're not installing anything else. We're not doing anything.
No.
We changed the audio interface, upgraded from this 2-channel thing to this 8-channel thing for this
Yeah.
part, and it also integrates with giving me the same thing. So it's like this stream setup is integrated back into my larger studio. So when we're not streaming in here, I'm using this same computer, this same interface for different musical stuff
Yep.
too. Actually, a lot of the vocals are coming through
Multitasking.
this. And like as far as mic pre's, it's basically what I'm doing for vocals. Like I said, I've got video content, I've got a studio tour videos, I've got all kinds of stuff sitting on hard drives and stuff there. I just keep spinning up stuff before I finish this or that, and I'll get back to that. So I'm getting better about doing that though.
Yeah.
Especially when you
Yeah.
got a team of people and stuff helping you with stuff, you kind of like, okay, I need to make sure I'm doing this and stuff. I can't just kind of go off into La La Land and doing random stuff and bits. But like basically the mic pre's I'm using the SSL interface. I'm using this color box from JHS Pedals.
Yep.
I know a lot of guitar players that like to use them, but I'm running a microphone through it because the preamp section is this as a mic pre. This thing is suspiciously like a Neve, and so I have
Yep.
SSL and Neve mic pre's, and so that makes me a very happy boy because all my favorite records that I listened to, it was either one of those, and now I've got those. And I can apply them where I want to. I'm mostly applying them for vocals and stuff at the moment.
Yeah.
But like I've run a bass through them. I've run a guitar through some stuff.
So you know where
but
it's
they're
going and
set up
things.
basically like where things are dialed in for this thing is basically for mics.
Okay. Yeah. Oh,
and-
that's right.
And I've been doing this thing now where it's like I'll track one mic with one set of mic pre's and the other mic with the other set of mic pre's, and I'll track both
Okay.
mics at the same time.
Okay.
So I'm doing a baby version of my old 3 mic array thing.
Makes
And I actually
sense.
like the way this sounds better. Now it could be that I like it even more with 3 mics again with these
Yeah.
preamps, because before I was just using the SSL the Focusrite Sapphire
Right,
Pro
right,
40. I
right.
just plug into that. They were clean. I also have Audient preamps and Apogee. And so the Apogee stuff is nice and stuff too. It's cool, but the SSL and the color box Audient kind of kill it. They're kind of just like, oh boy, but
Yeah.
like nothing's bad. There's no even the Pro 40, the Sapphire Pro 40, there's nothing wrong with them. There's nothing special about them. They don't really color your sound in anything that's like the SSL and the color box. They give you some color. Color box. They give you there's some character coming from those preamps.
Right.
There's really not from the Pro 40, but that's kind of what you want, like especially
Right.
if you're using a modeling amp.
Well, yeah, because you
or
want
if you-
the character to come from your modeling amp.
Yes, like
Yeah,
you want
you
like,
want it
what
to
the thing
pl-
sounds like in the room,
Yeah.
the speaker.
That's what
To
you were
sound-
looking. Yeah.
Yeah, like the
That totally
direct
makes
out, and
sense.
that's one of the things that I can say that modern modeling amps are better at is their outputs, their direct outputs sound like what you're getting in the amp.
Yeah, it doesn't suddenly change. Yeah.
And like we've
No.
run tests where I'm like, I'll have it on, and like I'll have the monitors playing, and I'm playing through the monitors, and I'll start cutting off monitors and cutting off this,
Yep.
and like you can't hear a difference from when they drop out and stuff like this. So it's like, yeah,
plan.
that's so good. That's so
That's
good.
what we
So
needed.
You record them that way. And like I said, so the outputs are better, the preamps, and like a lot of times like the Sapphire, like my GTX the LT, the Line 6, they're all going into the Sapphire Direct and stuff because it's like the Sapphire's clean.
Yep.
There's nothing. It doesn't make it sound.
Doesn't do any weird shit.
Yeah, it doesn't add anything to
It
it.
doesn't make
Now,
it muddy
if
or
you're looking,
funky. Or
if you're looking for, well, I mean, sometimes like some tweaked mids. And,
well,
know,
that's
like
different,
stuff
but
like
I
that
mean,
where it's,
just
sometimes
plug
that
it
color
into
is
the
what you
Sapphire.
want, but
Yeah, it doesn't do any of that stuff.
Sapphire
It just
doesn't do
gives
any
you
of that.
It puts out whatever you put into it.
Yeah, because see, sometimes the color can make it sound better. Like that's
Right.
what the color
Yeah,
box
yeah, yeah.
and the SSL,
Absolutely.
the Audien kind of do is like they
Yeah.
make things sound a little bit better than
Sure.
what they sound like coming out of the thing. Whereas
Right.
the Sapphire just sounds like whatever
This is what
you
it
plugged
is.
into
Yeah.
it. If you think it sounds like shit, then go plug in a different guitar. Or
Do
go plug in
something
a
else,
different.
yeah.
Yeah, you should do something else.
Because the Sapphire's not going to lie to you. That's what it is.
You know, if you
It's going to bear the truth. Sorry, there's no fixing here.
yeah,
If you were looking for something to pretty up something, you're choosing wrong.
I was talking
Do something else.
somebody was asking me about like they were wanting to get into recording at home and stuff like that, and I was like, I went to Guitar Center and I went to Best Buy, looked at a computer. I'm like, I would go buy old shit.
Yep.
I would go buy all old shit to record. Like,
yeah.
I'd go buy, like, I mean, like you think about it, like I'd get a machine from between 2009 and 2013.
Honestly, yeah.
That would be where I
Intel.
would like buy a computer
Intel Mac.
from that. Yeah, an Intel Mac from around that vintage.
Beef the RAM.
I'd load the shit out of a RAM because the RAM for that is cheap.
Yep.
Because you're
Yeah.
looking at like DDR3.
Yeah.
And so it's like, okay, so that's cheap. So you can get a bunch of RAM cheap. You can get the CPU and
Make sure it's got a
processor cheap.
7200 RPM drive.
It will. I mean, if you get a cheese
Oh,
grater
yeah,
Mac,
yeah.
it will.
Oh,
and
yeah, if you're
probably
getting
have an
those.
SSD in it at this point.
My brain thought of an iMac for some reason.
Well, no, but yeah, the iMac. Well, even if it's the standard drive, like depends
54.
on from the year. So if we're talking like if it's got a disk drive, so you're talking 2009, 2010,
Yeah.
2011. Those will have 7,200 RPM drives. It's when they switch to the thin Mac without the thing that they started
might
putting.
have put in 5400 RPM drives. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, 'cause it's fine when the terabyte's fresh, and then like as soon
Sure.
as you
but-
save, as soon as you use up a couple 100 gigs, it starts slowing down. But no, I would buy old shit because you can get it for pennies on the dollar. What it
And
was worth.
Beef it up cheaply.
Think about how many records, professional records,
Oh,
that people made with
yeah.
this gear, and now
Yeah.
you can buy it cheap. You know those Apogee, the Symphony, the FireWire drives that do it. Those things used to be prohibitively expensive.
Yeah.
Now they're cheap. People can't give them away.
No,
I'm
because
serious.
everyone's buying new computers and they don't have FireWire.
Exactly.
Buy the
More
little computer
support
with the FireWire, and you're off to the races, man. Shit.
Just saying.
It's
Just audio.
It is. That's the thing that gets me is like everyone's like, oh my God. And I'm like, do you know people? I wonder how many people actually have a fucking clue. Like if they walked into one of these studios, like if they walked into Trent's studio, do they think they would find every single thing in there to be brand new shit? If you think that, you're insane. There's no way. Like, a lot of
one of Resner's studios, and it had to be around Hesitation Marks or something like that.
and he had
but, like,
old stuff, didn't he?
Well, he still had the old cinema display, and I'm like,
Yeah, because you have. I'm just saying, like a lot of these studios, studios will upgrade their stuff and they'll buy new things, but I will bet you, like a lot of these places, especially that have this studio, in their one building, and Studio 3, 6, whatever. They probably have some that have brand new stuff in them, but they also probably have plenty that have old stuff in them. Like, they might still have tape. I mean, who uses tape anymore? But some people still find the ability to record stuff on tape when they can. It's not necessary.
some people like
but
doing that. I mean, they
Yeah,
like the
well,
sound
exactly.
of it. I don't.
it's not necessary. I
I
mean,
got into it. Some people.
I don't think it matters to me, honestly. Like,
one
I
of the
can.
guys that worked at Collapsible Studio. Me and him, like, we didn't get along.
I don't see the big deal. I mean,
But yeah, like this.
And it doesn't sound different.
About this Mac. This is an early 2009 cheese grater.
early 09.
Quad core Intel Xeon
Quad core.
processor. there's two of them. There's two processors. So it's 8 cores.
So it's 8 Okay, so early 2009.
128 gigabytes of RAM.
Got 128 gigs of RAM. That's a lot. That's maxed out.
Yeah, and this is the computer I use for
Yeah.
tracking.
That's the tracking computer. That's the workhorse.
Computer that gets everything gets recorded to it.
Yep.
Then there's my i9 iMac.
What year is that
which
one?
I don't fucking know.
I don't
It's
even
got
remember.
The i9 in it and 128
2019?
gigs. Yeah.
2018?
2019, because I can still change the drive.
That's right. 2019.
2020s, you can't change the
That's
drive
right,
internally
because we
they're
made sure
soldered
that
in.
we. That's right. We made sure that we got one we could still change the drive
My
in.
father-in-law has one of the 2020s, and
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, the processor got 2 extra cores, but I don't really need them because
Yeah.
it's audio. And
My iMac, I can still change it in mine though.
I did get.
I think
the,
mine's a 2020,
I did
but
get
still.
the top of the line video card. So
Yep.
8 gigabytes of memory for the GPU.
Yeah.
Which I don't really need for audio. The thing's totally overkill for audio and stuff like that.
To be
And, like,
fair,
I'm probably now it's like
it was extra.
where I'm looking at Mac Studio and Mac Mini, which Mac Mini I'm waiting on it. I want them to come out with an M5 Mac
Yeah.
Mini, because at this point buying an M4 Mac Mini does not make sense when you know there's no. That's why I'm really wondering about how Apple's gonna handle this shit with doing their own silicon and stuff. And I really feel like they should have, with the amount of work that they put into to make Intel work with Mac OS and stuff like that, to just fork it at the end. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like there's lots of stuff that I still I like. I'm an OS whore. I have
Okay.
so many versions of Windows.
Oh God.
Even more versions of
Yeah.
Mac OS running.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Linux, which
Nope.
dude, you pick your distro. I don't really I don't care as much. I
What the
still
hell
use
is-
an old Knoppix disc when I want to diagnose something or something's not starting like this.
What's
Dad
that
has some
version
old
of Windows
PCs.
that you like? Not 7.
XP.
XP. My
Seven
brain.
is seven's like god tier stuff right there. It's like seven's like the nice sweet spot. You can do everything
Yeah.
you did with XP, but just XP's light, but and depends on the task. Like if I need more than 4 gigabytes of RAM, I'll do 7. If
Yeah.
I don't,
XP.
install XP or even Windows 2000, which is
Oh God,
literally
no.
the
Do
same. It's the
XP.
same
But
thing as XP without the bells and whistles. It doesn't look
So
as shiny.
put the bells
It
and
looks-
whistles. XP's better.
Yeah, but see with a system.
Well,
It's
yeah, if you
like-
don't have the.
Say you only got a
Yeah.
gigabyte of RAM.
Okay, well then Windows 2000 makes sense. Sure.
Exactly.
Sure. Okay. Well, when do you ever have just that? You don't. Just saying. I'm just
Not
saying.
anymore, but who
No,
knows?
but I mean, yeah.
who
sure,
knows?
Whatever.
That could happen again.
Yeah.
Things could go horribly wrong.
Yeah. It just amazes.
Prepare.
It amazes me like how much people don't realize. Like you've got your computer nerds who really buy the old computer and they understand the whole thing. I didn't.
Well, for
You
most
know.
of the stuff, that doesn't work. See, for most things, it works for making music.
Yes.
For
It
making
absolutely does.
Rock records.
Yeah. Yeah. It absolutely does. But
or any kind of musical genre record. Dude, I'm serious. I could make all the rap beats for everybody in the fucking world. Give me a laptop,
yeah.
a keyboard controller with some pads on it.
What? 21 keys?
Yeah, or you can
And
give me
some
one of those
pads.
MPC. Yeah, 37, whatever.
Where is
But
it?
you give me,
I don't know.
give me some pads, give me some keys. I can do all the stuff I would do in
Yep.
MPC and beyond with that stuff.
That's it. Yeah.
It
you don't
doesn't
even-
take that much stuff, computer power from you. It really doesn't.
No.
It really doesn't. There's stuff that's overkill.
You don't. It's what you need the power for. You need the RAM.
Yeah,
you
I'm
need that so
essentially-
that you can.
yeah, and that's for plugins and stuff. It's
Exactly.
Like if
Well,
you're
that's
not
what,
running
you can add
plugins,
million
if you
things
got
if you want to.
if you have a bunch of outboard gear, a bunch of rack stuff, you don't need the plugins. And so
No.
you just basically need this thing to be a dumb tape recorder.
Right.
Record
That's
what I
it,
tell
yeah,
you to,
basically.
and this is how this rolls.
Yep.
So that's where I'm at though with the Mac Studio and the Mini. The reason I'm looking at Apple Silicon is it runs cooler.
Yeah, it really does.
It's freaking roasty in this room,
Yeah.
partly because of this old cinema display. The old
Yeah,
cinema
that
display,
sucker's
which was
hot.
like 30 inches,
Something like that.
puts out a
Is
lot
it-
of heat.
It does. It's
It
insane.
was built in 2009.
Yeah,
so
it's
It
ridiculous.
puts out a lot of heat.
It's ridiculous.
So does the cheese grater.
Yep.
Now, I also want also to keep certain legacy hardware around, because there's some software
Yeah.
that they say it works on this. It's
No, it
supposed to work. It
doesn't.
doesn't work the same way. It doesn't do this. Something's off. So I just keep the older stuff, but it's like my plan,
And they've
the
changed
upgrade
things.
plan is actually to upgrade this Mac Pro, which is technically a 4.1, but I flashed the firmware so that it reads as a 5.1.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
That's why it's running High Sierra.
It thinks
That's
it's
how it's running High
yeah.
Sierra, is because it thinks it's doing that and stuff. But like, I haven't had to, I could open core it. Like, it's got a different GPU than what it came with.
Oh, yeah.
So I could open core. It's actually a metal capable GPU, but I don't bother with doing any of that because I don't need it. And so, I loaded it up with drives. So I
yeah.
doesn't have a secondary disk drive. So I I installed an SSD there, and the OS is running from that, which is just kind of hanging out where, the other DVD drive would be if there was one, but I don't need it. And then the other drive bays I've got with other internal drives, so 10,000 RPM, hard drives.
Right.
Actually spinning disk drives.
Yep.
And those I'd use, and so I don't have to hook up. Yeah, there's an external drive hooked up to it right now, but that's just me moving stuff, backing stuff up from stuff, and that kind of thing. But yeah, the upgrade path is basically what I end up wanting to do is, like, I'm not going to get rid of the 7.1 or the i9. It's like they're just going to be down purposed from what they do now. And so the idea is that I'd like to replace this cheese grater, the 4.1, with the 7.1.
Right.
Because the 7.1, you can get the 28 core processor and you can get
Good
2
grief.
terabytes of RAM. So I just want that. Do I think I'll actually need that? I don't know. But like, I remember that when that thing came out and they showed that Logic demo and it had like 2,000 tracks. There were sample libraries and everything. And that shit was all running. There was no system overload or anything. I was like, oh. And I probably don't need
He
another
doesn't
computer.
even need
But
it.
it looks
Sure
like
he
it.
doesn't, but
I've
doesn't
played
matter.
around with them before. They seem like they run cooler than these.
well,
So
there's
it's like
that.
so there's that. There's also the
That's-
Mac
that's a bonus.
Studio, which
Those things
you
are
know,
like
it's like I
the
need
size
to
of an
stay-
Apple TV.
like I like to keep I like to keep 1 foot in whatever the new thing is and stuff. So it's like I've got an M4 MacBook Pro I use, and I've been really impressed with that. Like, I've managed
Yeah.
to record over 100
That-
tracks inside of
is
Logic
really cool.
with it. I think it'll tap out at around 144
Oh, really?
with just that.
It's still.
Which is a lot.
I mean, yeah.
Which is a lot. It's a lot more tracks than the cheese grater would do with 16 gigs of RAM in it. I'm amazed at what this thing
Yeah.
can do.
It's pretty cool.
But like,
computer.
that's where I'm looking at the, it's like the base model Mac Mini, like, it'll run 140 something tracks, and this
Yeah.
is the base model machine. So this is the thing you buy that's, it's got the regular M4 processor in it, 16 gigabytes of unified memory. So
Yeah.
that stuff, like, and it's amazing. You get over 100 tracks inside of Logic, and that's with some plugins on it. Now, I don't know which plugins, and I'd like
Right.
to put that through its paces. But that's why I'm looking at that. I'm like, okay, well, maybe wait till the M5 Mac Mini comes out.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Mac Studios. I don't know if I'll get a new one or if I'll get one somebody's getting rid of that they upgraded, because you can get deals that way.
Right,
I'm
right.
not sure about that. Like, this Apple Silicon stuff, I've been into buying that shit new, just because it's like everything's soldered in.
Right.
And
So.
I don't know how, like, depending on the way you can use an SSD so that it's in a way that's not good. And so I just like to be able to make sure things were used. But like, I'm looking at that, like, the only two machines, it's like I don't need another laptop. Like, I really don't. I could care less about the M5 laptops and stuff like that.
Right.
Like, I probably won't look at another one until, like, shit, I might not even do it then. We'll see. That I'm really happy with that laptop. Like that thing's a beast. It's like walking around the desktop machine
Yeah.
for me. And so like I don't think I'll do it. So now it's like I don't know whether I'm going to do a Mac Studio and a Mac Mini, or just a Mac Studio, or just a Mac Mini. The
Right.
7-1, I'm just waiting on those to get cheaper, because it's like I'm not it's like I remember when I like the one I wanted was the one I spec'd out when they first came out, and it was like $35,000
Oh,
or some
hell
stupid
no.
shit like that, and I'm like, I'm not spending that on a
Absolutely
computer.
not.
And like at the time I could have.
That's insane.
At the time I could have, but I'm just like I couldn't
No.
do it. Like
No.
you know,
No.
guy was in band. I got in a band with the guy that I learned how to. I really got into synthesizers when I was about 16. He schooled me on this shit because he was a networking engineer. That was what he did for a living. He's like, don't buy new computers, dude. He's
Yeah.
like, don't. It's worse than buying new cars. He's like, it's
Seriously,
just worse.
like
And
the
it was
depreciation
you're gonna pay
value
all
of
this,
it.
and it's like, and that's true in Windows land. It's
Oh, yeah.
getting more true in Mac land though now,
Yeah.
thanks to fucking Apple Silicon. Like that's the thing that's making me
everything
wonder
throwaway.
about this is like, yeah, and I'm noticing stuff where it's like, that computer's not that old, and it would have been selling for closer to the value. I'm actually liking this.
Oh, yeah.
This is actually a good thing.
Yeah.
I don't care that Apple makes less money. I don't care that Apple resellers or people like Back Market or Mac of all trades, I don't care
Yeah.
that they're making less profit. I don't care. I'm glad. It's one of the things that used to get on my nerves too about Mac.
Yeah.
It's like you'd
Yeah,
see
'cause
this
it's-
machine where it's like, dude, you should be trying to sell, like they'd be like $500 for this 21.5 inch iMac. It's from 2013. It's 2017. Why are you trying to? Why are you? That's
The 5-year-old computer.
yeah.
Why
and
is it
it's like,
$500?
You only paid $1,100 for it. Why are you trying to sell it for
Half.
6 or 7?
Yeah, like seriously? Are you high?
And you'd see it stuff. Anything
No.
with an Apple logo. I seen.
Yeah.
I was digging through Craigslist the other day, or Marketplace, one of them, and like I seen somebody trying to sell, literally a 2012 MacBook Air.
Okay.
2012
All
MacBook
right.
Air, 4 gigabytes of RAM,
Uh-huh.
13-inch.
Uh-huh. How much?
They got $150 on that.
150?
Yeah. It's not worth it.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't sound like a lot, but when you think about it, I mean,
Still good for email and
2013?
stuff. No, it isn't. Still good for surfing the web. If you use third-party browsers.
sure. Yeah,
I mean, if
don't
you-
use Safari.
And if you know how
'Cause
to
there's no
open,
security
well, if you know how to
update.
open core at 2012, you could open core. It's like, but this is a
Sure, but
bunch
you
of
could still
hoops
only
that-
open court so far.
Yeah, and but it's still like these are still hoops that I have to jump through. That
Why
if
am I paying more for something that I got to jump through a bunch of hoops to be able to use it?
Or
No,
but
forget all that
but
shit.
look, here's the thing. That's that much. 150.
Okay.
Well, for 230, keep scrolling. There's somebody selling an M1 MacBook Air.
Okay, see, that's fucking...
That
Which
M1.
is way used.
That
That
M1
M1's
has
what,
8
2020?
gigabytes. Yes, and it has 8
Yeah.
gigabytes of RAM.
Dude,
and it's
come
unified memory,
on.
and it's like,
And it's like 7 years newer.
yeah, it's like
Hell no.
my guy.
Someone needs
I-
to, like, message that
You
person.
can't because they start
and
going.
be
I know
like-
what I have, or they just think you want. And it's like, no, like because I
you
tried.
know what you
message-
have, but I
I've-
know what I have.
I've
and
tried
you're an
messaging
idiot.
people to tell them like you might want to price that differently so somebody will buy it, and they just think that I'm trying to buy it. It's like, no,
Oh, no. I don't need that.
no,
I've got what I need.
It's like, dude, I have that same computer, but it's the better version. Like, it's,
Right.
you know,
Exactly.
I've got
And
a
I wouldn't sell mine for
13-inch
that much.
MacBook Air
Yeah.
that has
You're
4
just trying to
gigabytes of
lowball
RAM in
me.
it, but it's a 2014, so it actually runs Big Sur natively.
Yeah.
And for what I do with it, which is listen to Apple Music and,
Yeah.
and use the lossless thing, and
And that's pretty much it.
yeah, so it's like I kick
Yeah.
it, I keep
No, I
it
get
around and
it.
stuff like that. But it's like, you know, I've got my, $400 where I bought that computer new used. I didn't buy that new. I got a deal on that.
Yeah.
I was at the time people were trying to charge $600 for those damn things, and I'm like going, they were only $1,000 new, and I bought it in 20.
I don't remember.
Okay, I might have got that one closer. I still thought like it was.
I know mine was brand new.
They were like, well, no, I got that in 2015. So it was only like a year old when I got it. But it wasn't like it was like, it wasn't, it's 4 gigabytes. Okay, they made them with 8.
Yeah.
Seriously. The craziest stuff. And like, they were dual core processor. Like I said, it was great for the time. Now my MacBook Air, my MacBook Pro, my M4 MacBook Pro is literally lighter than that MacBook Air.
Oh my God.
So it's like,
it is.
and way more powerful.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
I converted a video file. One of the, it's like, 'cause we'll shoot stuff with the iPhone cameras.
Yeah.
And like you'll get this 3 gigabyte, 4 gigabyte file,
Mm-hmm.
and like so I'll throw it in Handbrake just to, because I like to convert. I like how fast it converts things. And how much the compression does and the quality, how much it compresses and how much the quality stays. So it's like I'll throw it in to Handbrake, and like, with my i9, it was like, okay, this is gonna be like 10 or 12 minutes.
No.
M4, it's like,
it's like
a minute, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like nothing. And I'm just
no.
like, oh. I love these things, but yeah, that's kind of the upgrade path and stuff. Thankfully, I'm not worried about this calendar year. I may upgrade something this year. I may not. It just depends on when I want to get through with this round of stuff.
Yeah, let's do that instead.
And I'm just, watching the prices and stuff too. It's like it might happen sooner than later, but it's like even if I buy the thing before I'm ready to install it, like I'm not gonna move anything until I'm done. Like, but I'm always watching. So if I see if the right deal pops up, the right machine pops up,
sure,
you gotta swipe it. But doesn't mean I have to put it in. Doesn't mean I have to actually get set up and fired up and dial everything in with that. Not until I'm done with what I'm doing here. So it's like, I've given my word about some things. I got promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep. So we got this.
Yeah. Well. Shall we? Got to make run. Well. I love it.
Okay, yeah.
So we should probably skedaddle. Is that the word I'm looking for? Skedaddle. Skedaddle. There's my Midwestern northern girl. Skedaddle. It's not ski-daddle. It's skedaddle.
Skittle.
Okay. That's not even the same thing.
Or you can be like the dude from House Harkonnen. Little spittle. You little spittle.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to spit on you.
No.
Just
no.
a spittle.
Oh, my God. Okay. This is my life. Okay. No, we are going to take off, but
Be glad.
I am glad.
I don't fuck with House Harkonnen.
I'm glad because I know what my life could have been. Nope. Anyways, so we're going to take off, but we will be back next week.
Muad'Dib.
Stop.
My name is Killingworth.
There's seriously something wrong with you, I think. But we'll be back next week down in the live room. Live room. My brain just went. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll be back next week in the live room. And if there's any new updates, of course, I will let you know. But until then,
Go to my website.
Yes.
Animalsinthenow.com.
Like, subscribe, share. YouTube. Find him on Twitter, a.k.a. X, because screw that. Facebook, Instagram, whatever. It's all there. So we will see you all next week. in August. Ooh, everyone's getting ready to go back to school. Woohoo. Bye-bye, everybody.